Hello everyone, this is Sihan from the Research and Development Department in Market Equity, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the Dow Jones Index, the British Pound versus the US Dollar, as well as the US Dollar versus the Swiss Franc, and their price movement predictions for the day, which falls on a Friday, 30th of July, 2021. Let's begin with the Dow Jones Index, where in the previous videos we said that by rebounding downwards off of a round level, 35,090, which is a horizontal resistance level in the 4-hour time frame, it will retest around level 34,900 before continuing with the uptrend. The index formed a new low around level 34,780 and then rebounded upwards off of it to continue with the uptrend, and unless it breaks upwards to level 35,090, then it is still moving in a sideways correctional movement in the 1-hour time frame as well as the smaller time frames between around level 34,875, which resembles the lower boundary of the sideways movement, and 35,170, which resembles the upper boundary of the sideways movement, which, by breaking upwards through it, will support the continuity of the uptrend and the targeting of around level 35,250, then 35,500 as primary targets in the uptrend in the 4-hour time frame as well as the daily time frame. If we notice the RSI indicator in the 4-hour time frame, then we can see that by moving around level 50, it supports the rebounding upwards off of around the current levels, especially since the index is currently retesting the lower boundary of the sideways movement. That was it for the Dow Jones Index. Let's move on to the British Pound versus the US Dollar. In the previous videos we said that the pair has started an uptrend in the 1-hour time frame as well as the smaller time frames after rebounding upwards off of around level 1.3570 and failing to hold below level 1.3365, which is the lower boundary of the sideways movement in the daily time frame. We said that unless the pair breaks upwards to level 1.39, which is an important resistance level in the 4-hour time frame, as well as the last peak formed in the downtrend, then we are still moving in a downtrend. The pair broke upwards to level 1.39 and is currently trading above it, where it is expected to continue the uptrend and target around level 1.4000 and then 1.4090 as primary targets in the uptrend in the 1-hour time frame. Until now, the upwards movement in the 4-hour time frame is sharp, with no correctional movement, meaning it still didn't start an uptrend. However, it is expected to rebound down to form a new low that is higher than the previous one, which was around level 1.3570 in the 4-hour time frame, to start the uptrend in the 4-hour time frame, which will support the continuity of the sideways movement in the daily time frame. If we notice the RSI indicator in the 4-hour time frame, then we can see that it has rebounded downwards off of around level 70 near the overbought area, which supports the rebounding down off of the current levels to correct for the upwards movement that started around level 1.3570 and has now reached level 1.3980, where we will be awaiting a new low that is higher than the previous one, which was around level 1.3570, and this low might form between level 1.3850 and level 1.3790, which, by breaking upwards through the peak between them or between the new low and the previous one, will start the uptrend in the 4-hour time frame. That was it for the British Pound versus the US Dollar. Let's move on to the US Dollar versus the Swiss Franc, where in the previous videos we said that the pair is moving in a sideways movement in the 4-hour time frame, where it started forming the head and shoulders pattern, which reverses the upwards movement in the 4-hour time frame or the weak uptrend in the daily time frame, and by breaking down through level 0.9130, which was an important support level in the 4-hour time frame, it will start a downtrend in the 4-hour time frame as well as the smaller time frames, which might target around level 0.9050. The pair reached level 0.9050 and started rebounding upwards off of it in the smaller time frames to correct inside the downtrend in the 1-hour time frame as well as the 4-hour time frame, which, by breaking down through it and holding below it, will support the continuity of the downtrend and the targeting of around level 0.8930. If we notice the RSI indicator in the 4-hour time frame, then we can see that it has started rebounding upwards off of around level 30 near the oversold area, which supports the continuity of the current upwards correctional movement in the 1-hour time frame or the smaller time frames before continuing with the downtrend. That was it for the US Dollar versus the Swiss Franc. Market Equity wishes you successful trading and have a nice day.